All right, good morning. My name is Ifeyemi Andrew. Now, from the news, we go to some headlines and we look at those on the Vanguard newspaper. 2027. Interesting. It says Atiku's coalition, PDP governors clash over fronting for Tinubu. Insecurity worsens. Herdsmen kill 144 in Plateau, Benue in 14 days. Now, this is a lot. So it's a total in within 2 weeks, not that they killed 144 people in one day. Within 2 weeks, people that have been killed in both states amounting to 144. No matter how the numbers are, these are human beings. And there should be consequences. Naira down to 1,620 Naira to $1 in parallel market. All of that is on the Vanguard newspaper. Tinubu's deadline to end insecurity. Rivers under scrutiny as reps invite sole administrator Ibas. 2027 Labour Party's three-way chairmanship. Very interesting as well. Over to the Punch now. Let's see what we have there. Here on the Punch newspaper, you would find Afenifere faction slams federal government over ban on Idris Abdul Karim's song "Tell Your Papa." EFCC SEC move to dismantle Ponzi schemes. Right, this anthem is the anthem we've always heard now. Do you know how many Ponzi schemes have run in this country? Close to 100. Close to, I might be wrong, but it's well over 50 from time. In most recent memory, I'm talking of most recent history. I'm not talking even most recent history, close to 50 or more. People keep going because people are greedy. Sorry, you've lost monies and all of these things. And the FCC has said, we're going to get your monies back. The question we should be asking now, as much as the FCC will try to do their job, from the other ones that people have lost money, how many people got their monies back? 2027, coalition to unseat Tinubu gaining ground, says Atiku. The lead headline here says 800 Naira per litre petrol in sight as oil prices tumble. All right. I'm waiting for 500 though. Atiku hails Arsenal's unity, says victory comes through coalition. Found a way to put the Champions League game into politics. It's extra motivation. So yeah, congratulations to Arsenal fans. I didn't want to say it last week. I said I was going to wait until this week, and I know that the job has been finally done. Then I can tell them congratulations. Hundreds of Boko Haram suspects arrested in Lagos, CJTF. All of those ones you would find on the Punch newspaper. One more, emergency rule. Rivers women protest again. Reps panel summon Ibas. Okay. Now we'll go over to what you're saying on Facebook. For those of us who are yet to join our Facebook community, it's very simple. At Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the Facebook handle. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. So join the family. Like the page. That's the first thing you do. And then you can quickly join the live stream. Like, share. Click the share button. And then drop your comments. Just make sure that you keep your comments short and simple. Okay. To some of your messages now. So this one says, Stephen Igbikis, rep summons sole administrator. All these are Wike's games just to distract Rivers people thinking they want to judge him. People should not be deceived by these gimmicks. Chima says, this is moving really fast. Skifu period, Dangote refinery reduced ex-depot petrol price, but is not reflecting in our filling station. We're still buying. I think I have tried to correct a lot of people that because Dangote reduced ex-depot price to 800 and something Naira, does not mean that you are going to buy petrol for 800 and something naira. No. In some places, you might still buy up to 900 naira. That is the reality. Because the depot price, people will go to Lagos now. So depot price now 835 naira. People will leave from here and go to Lagos. The cost of going to get it and transport it back till it gets to the final filling station. In some cases, they will have to transport it to Echie. In other cases, to Boni. In some other cases, Aoda West, Aoda East. There are different areas it has to get to. Before that person then moves it to his final filling station inside your area that you stay, for you to be able to access it, all of those costs would now be added again. So you can't still buy for 835 naira. Some people might sell for 880 something. Some might sell for 890 something. Some will sell for 900. That's what you're going to get. And it will not depend on how and where these various people got their product. Some people might be buying from a person that bought from Dangote. I don't know. Let's go on to more messages. Ananobi Onyekachi Casey says, EFCC promises CBEX investors. Promise dead on arrival. They should start with the one from NBA. No be me talking. Jeff Etibeko says, Tinubu should make a broadcast on the insecurity in this country. Reps should caution the sole administrator. King Boy. Okay, Okudili says, Plateau killing one too many. How did we get here as a country? Imagine killing 144 people in 2 weeks. Christian Williams, until we start buying petrol at 500, then I will commend Dangote. Dangote did not come to make sure you buy petrol at 500 because it is not within his powers. It is not within his powers. And I don't think we're ever going to buy petrol for 500 naira. I've told you before now. But I would love to be proved wrong. Blessed Ola says, watching from Alu, Rivers women protest against emergency rule in the state. Rep summons sole administrator. President Tinubu should do what? These messages are just coming in thick and fast. Atiku, correlating Arsenal's victory to coalition. They are forming. It's laughable. It won't work. Atiku, that's from Lorenzo Delight. Kelly says, Arsenal's victory yesterday, I'll see them in the finals. Oh, well, okay. I think you're an Arsenal fan, but that's not for us now. Gift Insurim, is a state of emergency what will the led lawmakers really want? I don't think so. They had the opportunity to work with the governor after the Supreme Court judgment. Raymond says, Ponzi schemes shouldn't be encouraged unless you are greedy. I learned my lesson from NBA Forex. That's Raymond Eze Aliko. It's just greed. It's just greed. Unfortunately, I never even heard of this, what is it called, CBEX. Now, I'm hearing of it now after what happened. I never even heard of it when it was on. And people still did not learn. You had MMM, you took your money. You had Go Crowd Fund. You had, name it, GoFundMe, Abi, what did they call it? I can't remember. You had all those ones that people lost monies. Even some of you that lost money in CBEX, you lost money in MMM, you still came to CBEX. And now your money is gone, you are shouting again. Honorable Patrick Amadi says, I support the appointment of 23 local government sole administrators. They are in the right direction. King Boy says, good morning. Ifeemi, Rep Summons Ibas is working for APC and Tinubu to take over Rivers State. Blessed Allah says, Rep Summons sole administrator over emergency rule in the state. They did not summon him over the emergency rule. The emergency rule is on. Their oversight committee was set up, so the oversight committee would have to speak with him to know what he's been doing and how things have been going. That's all. Over to the phone lines now. Let's go take some calls. I would encourage new callers. For those of us that don't have, there are some of us that don't have the number yet. I know. For those of us, it's quite difficult. But please, try as much as possible. 0817 923 0001. 0817 923 0007. I beg your pardon. Again, 0817 923 0007. We're just trying to work out some things with the phone lines. Hopefully, we'll get. I don't know if Ashley can hear me. If Ashley can hear me, Ashley, please, I need you in the studio to come help us sort some things out here with the phone lines. Meanwhile, we'll go back to some more messages on WhatsApp. This one says, Enough of a protest. Rivers elders should summon the minister and the governor for peace. For NS. I want to check that ship has sailed. Mr. President, so pipeline is more important than human life. God is watching. No be me talk. Confidence in Lebedim from Ozuzu Echie. You said it. Reps should careful, look at national assets and don't allow anybody to tell them stories that don't exist. All national assets in Rivers State are safe and intact, hence the emergency rule should be reversed. Ida says, good afternoon. God does not support evil. That is why rain came to stop the women supporting Wike and protesting against the governor the other day. Neki says the emergency rule in the state has been widely condemned by all. That is why these noble women are protesting. But some group of women who were given stipends went and imported people to come and protest in support of it. What a shame to them. Neki sent that message in. Okay, I don't know about stipends or who were paid what or what was paid. Ogo General Justice said nothing proves that the Solar is making any peace moves. Okay, another message here from Larry Spieth. Good morning. It's disheartening to know that more than 150 lives were lost, and Mr. President is still in France studying policy instead of declaring state of emergency in Jos and Benue states. All right, we'll go to the phone lines now. Again, 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0002. Are the numbers you can call. Like I said, we would love to hear new voices. So if you're a first time, you've been listening, you haven't called before, why not try? All right, take advantage and call us and let's get your thoughts. Lugard from Echie, we'll start with you. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, greetings from Echie to you.
All right.
Yes, Rivers women protest again on the injustice meted on them by Mr. President and some enemies of Rivers State. I want to commend them, and I want to also use this medium to call on Mr. President to immediately reverse this state of emergency. Because it has gotten condemnation all over the world, and the world are condemning this injustice, and Mr. President is still keeping quiet. I want to also advise him that if you want to make it in 2027, it's better work with because the support he has to those people are enormous. The FCT minister is backing on have lost the support of us. I'm telling you, look at people that are sleeping on every day by day, protesting to register their displeasure, goes to show you that it's on ground.
All right, Lugard, thank you. Let's go to Cookie Gam now. Rumo Lumeni. Good morning, Cookie Gam.
Andrew, good morning.
All right, go on.
Andrew, I took a call now for yesterday's victory. So because of the coalition that Arsenal had that gave them that victory. Andrew, I want to start with Atiku this morning. Let Nigeria and join together in a coalition to make sure we move this present government of Tinubu in 2027. Andrew, still Plateau State, still Benue State, still Zamfara, still Katsina. People are dying like they're slaughtering chicken on daily basis. And the president had not limited enough to open his eyes to watch what's Zamfara, Plateau, Benue, and Zamfara State. They could not watch it. And I don't want to River State that this president cut up and put his much in River State. River State is as peaceful. I go to my work, you go to your work and come back. River State is as peaceful. Nobody can go to Borno State. Nobody can go to Plateau or Benue. The president, Tinubu, come to River State. So I want Nigeria to join hands to make sure this government is out of seat because
all right, Cookie Gam. Thank you. Let's go to Bori now. Later on, Barry. Good morning.
Good morning, you see me, Andrew.
All right, go on.
Yeah. This Rivers State Sole Administrator to appear before the National Assembly. I think that's a good one. By the effort of the National Assembly working with the Sole Administrator of Rivers State, I think that will be constitutional. And I urge them to also ensure that they do the proper thing with the River State Sole Administrator in order to ensure that River State move in peace. Then secondly, Atiku, a coalition for 2027 to defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I think, I will urge him to try his best, because I know it will end just without any profit. All this coalition, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has put the necessary things together to ensure that 2027 he gains victory. Then lastly, emergency rule, Rivers women protest. I think they need to calm down and look at what happened between the next 6 months given to the sole administrator, so that after then, they will see what will come up next. I think peace will need now, so that they will not begin to say,
let's go to Godswill
the emergency
in
rule
Ada
is
George.
taking away contractors or investors.
Godswill in Ada George, good morning.
Good morning. I want to talk about the henchmen killing the 100 before. Foreigners coming to Nigeria, they came here and killed our people, and we are all silent from one state to the other, because it's not happening to us. So Nigerians should stand against the government, do nothing. We should stand as a people and say no to this. Those are human beings. Let one of your loved ones die. You see how you feel. Talking of killing the whole family, why? This is very unfair. Nigerians should not just condemn it. We should stand against it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mufasa from NTA Road, good morning.
Yeah, hi, Andrew. Good morning. Yes, as of Reps Committee summoned the sole administrator, and among some of the things they want him to report to them, they also want to ensure strict compliance with the Constitution. Andrew, I am confused, because when it says strict compliance with the Constitution, I do not know the Constitution that the sole administrator is operating with. I think that lawmakers should make Nigerians to understand certain things. First of all, the position of sole administrator is alien to our Constitution. So that is a contradiction. For me, there are certain things that we are doing wrongly in this country. So they should also check that properly and see if there is any need for us to continue in this trajectory. I also want to use the opportunity to appreciate what Professor Steve Wadu has said. This is another veritable opportunity for the House of Rep member to ensure that these two processes, they are reversed and Rivers State go back to its former democratic state. The women that protested against the state of emergency, they've done well. They've demonstrated their love for Rivers State and for democracy.
All right, Mufasa, thank you. Let's go to Abinoye now in Abua. Good morning.
Good morning, Ifemi Andrew. Yes, the National Assembly summons the bus. I do not know what they are summoning him for, because in the first place, they approved an illegality. And the man is here doing his own thing. What they are doing is to scramble, the wealth of the state. And I think why they are inviting him to ascertain if the sharing formula is intact. I want to support the students of ROST, that is the university students who are begging for the deadline to be shifted. I think it's normal, placing a timeline for the students, given the economy. I think it's bad, because most of our students cannot afford 2 meals a day. And I think the concession that would have been given is to allow them write the exams. When they are through, they can come and pay the backlog or whatever is, for them. Now, the issue of plateau and all of that, all this, I'm not blaming the president per se, because only the president cannot do anything. What is the security architecture of those states? Have they finished, or have they exhausted the tactics, the military tactics? I think they could bottle up.
All right, Abinoye.
What are they doing with the security votes? Thank you.
Let's go to Blessed Inalu quickly, and then Chubike is in Omuma standby. Blessed, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Here, me Andrew.
All right.
Pertaining the Rivers State women protest against the emergency rule. Let me tell you reality. That protest is very, very good, very, very nice, very, very correct. Because what we are passing through Rivers State, since the sole administration has come to the state, There's a lot of people die every day, but they are God safe to the people. I don't know where we are heading to. People have been calling President Tinubu, try to reverse the emergency rule, reinstate a de-elected governor, being similar to Bubara, to the back of his position. Where are we heading to? We are not in Banana Republic. We are not the country that is mayhem is having every day by day, especially River State. When the Solar Administrator came to the state, he said there is no crisis in the state. And then now they continue allowing to be governed, ungoverned in the River State. Unconstitutional every day by day. My brother, where are we heading to? See the killing in part of Northern State. It did not declare state of emergency. And the Savara governor stated that they arrested bandits. And then when they charge him to court, if somebody from FCC come to bail the person, and then the guy told them that they are going to bail him, where are we headed to? Who is fooling who? Nigeria belongs to us.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Omuma now. Chubike, good morning. Thank you very much. Now to Chubike and then...
Good morning, Andrew. How are you?
Good morning.
Yes, on the 7 days ultimatum issued by primary healthcare workers, please, we are using this medium to call on the solo administrator, the amiable solo administrator in charge of River State. So please, do the needful, because the primary healthcare workers in 23 local government area are very vital and very important in the very private sectors. Because when you look at these issues the primary healthcare are raising, it's a very important issue. Lot of implementation of promotion, correct payment, and other areas to be paid after risking their life and placing their life at risk. And this is not paid to them. Entitlement do for them and not really pay for them. And once the 7 days ultimatum elapsed, the primary care will shut down the 28 AGS. That is important. Then Atiku following coalition. I don't think Atiku has the strength to defeat Tinubu for now. So whatever coalition is forming, he will form, and it will also maintain the status quo as usual. Tinubu will win him come 2027.
All right, Chibike, thank you very much. Okay, that's much we can take for the calls. And a few more messages here. Good morning, Mr. Andrew. Please tell the caller the president has done nothing to guarantee second term. Dede Richard from River State. Okay, Dede. Ima describes, says, when we talk constitution, I laugh. I thought IBAS is operating independently. Matters arising. I would understand the confusion, but we still realize that it's bound by the Constitution, whether we like it or not. But then there are questions that you now raise about, was it the constitutional process through which he emerged, or is it that there are parts of the Constitution that bound him and other parts don't? And well, after his visit, we'll hear what the committee from the Assembly would say. The women that protested yesterday are authentic Rivers women. President Tinubu should withdraw state of emergency. Clever Sonny, that one came in from you. Anunobi Onyeka Chike, it's a Rivers judiciary debunk rumor of court sacking sole administrators, so they have cleaned their judgment with duster. God is watching everyone. And that's the much we can take. Thank you very much. We'll go for a commercial now. And then business news follows immediately afterwards. Good morning.